Alright, what is up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Please do make sure to like and subscribe before we begin. Really appreciate all your support as always. You're absolute legends. I do think we are going to have some very nice times over the next few years on the channel, so make sure to stick around. As we can see here, taking a look at Vechain here on the daily time frame, still for about the past week now stuck under this resistance. This was the previous swing low that we made after this long consolidation that we did have. You come down, make a swing low here, got stuck under it, got a little bit of a continuation. You got that 1, 2, 3 kind of movement there. We rally all the way back up into this area of the structure here at the start of the year, with quite a lot of cryptos looking fairly bullish off the low for Bitcoin. Since then we have just been retracing and retracing for Vechain, and it doesn't seem like anything has really slowed down too much, to be honest. If you look just basically ever since this pump, we've just been making lower lows and lower highs, although looking like maybe we're starting to bottom out in this area here, down at around that 1.4 1.5 cent level. You can see obviously the big pump, we come down, we make the descending wedge, we get the deviation and the sweep of the liquidity down to around 1.3 cents there. We jump all the way back up to around that 2 cent level, which is a big psychological resistance. We come down again, backtest this level again and again at around 1.5 cents there. We get the bounce, we've got that kind of 1, 2, 3 movement to the upside here, as you can see. And then over the past week, we've essentially just been stuck under this resistance here, consolidating, trying to decide if we can actually get enough momentum to continue to the upside, or if we're going to get rejected here and come back down to retest this low again and continue sideways, just as we've been doing for ages. Overall, you'd say really we've only just, to be honest, been going sideways for a long time and consolidating ever since we had this real plunge to the downside at the initial stage of the bear market that we saw. So right now we are basically waiting for price to essentially figure out what it wants to do. Sitting at resistance, you would expect retracement in this area, as I would in the short term, probably coming back down towards at least the middle of this little area here, maybe even back down to retest the low, depending on what Bitcoin does and how bearish things seem. But overall, I would say things looking pretty damn good for Vechain, and really I do think that we're probably going to see ourselves continuing to consolidate in this area. I'm not sure if we're going to be heading to the downside anymore. Obviously it's always possible, but I do think we are starting to see some real signs of bottoming out. And I did say for years and years, literally anywhere between 1 and 2 cents really for Vechain in this area here is going to be a big level of accumulation for everybody once you get down to around that 97% retracement from the all-time high. And now we are basically looking like we're probably going to be seeing ourselves bottoming out, hopefully, in this area. I would say a lot of signs to show that, but in the local area right now and in the local time frames, overextended into resistance. Probably see a little bit of a retracement, maybe backtest and continue to accumulate. Really we need to see Vechain getting up towards that bear market resistance at around 4 or 5 cents here, because right now we are miles and miles away from even breaking out of that bear market resistance. So it looks like it's going to be a slow bloomer going into the next bull market, but as we saw in the previous market, this thing can absolutely fly. We're down here, what we're at, about a tenth, what is it, a fifth, excuse me. As you can tell, I might be, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit sick, so I do apologise. But you can see here quite clearly down here at around, just above a tenth of a cent. And then running all the way up to 30 cents was a crazy game for Vechain in the previous market. And we are looking essentially like we're, from this move around 50% down from that area there. That's usually where you do start to see ourselves moving back to the upside, isn't it? And it's very interesting to see that we are accumulating and consolidating here. So long term looking for more upside, short term probably looking for a little retracement for Vechain. And that is it for today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. As always, please do like and subscribe, get involved in the content. Really appreciate all your support on the channel. Leave a comment down below and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.